I actually love watching YouTubers that are buying altcoins, and he said this is the top altcoins I'm buying to get rich, and this is what I wanted to see, to react to, basically say what's good and what's wrong with this video. And if you want more content like this, why not press that like button? It costs you like nothing, literally nothing, and I think that's why a lot of people are so excited to talk about that. So that being said, let's jump right into the news. So yeah.
It is here. What if you could create a crypto portfolio now that could create a life-changing amount of money in just the near future?
So yeah, I think this is like the dream for everyone, to basically make enough money to crypto to escape poverty or to escape any sort of income.
Cheaper for people to use.
Like any sort of day job. Like people don't want the day job anymore and they want to find small cap altcoins. Now it's easier said than done in a way, and I think that's where the big problem lies. Like people think, okay, I'm gonna buy crypto, so it's gonna be easy. Absolutely not. It's a big process and it's a hard step forward, but it works, and it's gonna have more changes in the near future. That being said, I do think there is a ton of potential really in the crypto industry right now, like where we could be seeing, where could we be going from here. So right now I do think crypto is just growing, just getting up there. So this is where like people are honestly really excited to hear about crypto. Like there's a ton of potential, there's a ton of possibilities, what could happen, but there's also like a ton of risk also. So the thing you have to know is like Axie Infinity. Let's take a look at this.
Web3 gaming, then you're
like let's let's take a look at Axie Infinity. So it had a biggest project out there. People were excited, people played it, and I think that's where really the drama started. Like Axie Infinity was one of the most popular games, but it also didn't perform that well as people expected. Now, like, is that like someone was the last person to buy Axie Infinity in this case, and they weren't happy. So that being said, that doesn't mean that Axie Infinity is a bad game, but it does mean that Axie Infinity could potentially not ever recover to the price point it recovered to. And I think that's a very worrying process for a lot of people in that sense.
games. It's just a matter of time before more of these even larger gaming companies decide to move forward.
But that's very true. Web3 gaming is probably the future. Like it's what keeps a lot of people hyped in a way. And it's what keeps me hyped. It's what keeps me making videos, because Web3 gaming, like 2021, we had really bad games. Okay, we had really terrible games. Nobody wanted to play them. But right now, like for Web3 gaming, a lot of people are actually starting to like to play these video games that previously they did not enjoy. And I think this is where the real possibility of Web3 gaming comes in, like people enjoying the process, people enjoying the video games, and them actually starting to play them. And that being said, it does seem like this is just a small beginning in a way, like with crypto incoming with more possibilities. So I am definitely excited, to say the least. Like there is going to be tons of Web3 games coming in the near future. So that's one thing you should focus on. But there's also like tons of other possibilities where you could make money.
Things that weren't possible before.
And it's also worth noting that a lot of these games were made in 2021. Like they started being developed in 2021. And at that time, they weren't worth much, but now they are. Now people play them, and that's what keeps people like excited. You know, people like the games now, so that's pretty cool.
One of those is allowing players to own their digital assets purchased in the game. So for example,
so I guess people kind of want to collect, you know, they want to collect video games and stuff like that, and that's what really gets people excited, keeps people awake at night. Like I think it will keep a lot of people excited in a sense. Like people love to play video games, and they will stay around to play them. You know, as long as you can make games fun, these tokens will go up in value. As long as the games are fun. If they're not fun, then forget it. The token price will crash.
For example, just Fortnite alone in 2021, one game did $6 billion in revenue. And
the reason Fortnite made so much money is, well, because it's fun and most people like to play it. And I think that's the big difference here. If it's not fun, people will not play it. And I definitely find that concerning, you know.
This is only going to increase as time goes on. Now, the first project I'm invested in is Immutable X IMX. Now, this is a layer 2 solution built on top of Ethereum that allows games and other developers to come in and build applications utilizing X technology very easily. And all through the bear market, Immutable X has been...
So Immutable is something that was like big for Web3 games. And that's something that a lot of people and YouTubers are talking about, because this is the Illuvium. And the real reason, like the big crashes that happened, is actually with Illuvium, with all these type of games. Like, people were not happy with these ones. Like, these are the ones that crashed the most, dropped the most in value. And I mean, yeah, it sucks. It really does suck. But that doesn't mean that they can't recover and can't do even better than before. So that keeps me really honestly excited for all these Web3 games that we're going to be seeing in the near future. So I'll keep you guys updated with more news on that. Also, like, there's tons of Web3 games that could actually blow up and perform really well.
She's playing a role here. Now, one of the companies
So MakerDAO. Now, this one is really interesting to me because MakerDAO, I haven't heard it from since 2021, but it seems like it's focusing also on different games. I think it was before focusing on video games, and here's gives a very good reason why.
12 to 15x from where it's at currently. Now, there are some other projects in this category that I'm going to mention later on, but they're much smaller. But just as big as I think digitizing assets will be, I think artificial intelligence will be even bigger. And
now AI is going to cover a lot of jobs, and it's not going to cover the way we expect. It could be just like doing small mundane tasks like doing accounting. So it's not going to take away your job in terms of serving food. But it is a big market size, and 2030, like, it could become a bigger market. Right now, it's a pretty small market. So the more jobs it solves, the sooner you accept it. Like, that the AI coins, like WorldCoin, they're really a long-term game, and they're like a promise that the crypto AI, not just the crypto industry, but AI in general, will go up.
It's projected that the market size for AI as a whole will increase 50% every year going into 2032. And this is not even mentioning that AI is one of the most popular niches out there.
So yeah, AI is pretty big right now. It's definitely not small, and I think that's what keeps a lot of people engaged in a way in this industry. That's what keeps a lot of people out there, because crypto and AI are mixing a lot, and it's not as hyped as it was in 2022. But it's definitely getting out there
right now. The first AI project that I'm in is Origin Trail, ticker symbol TRAC. And it's the first decentralized intermediary that helps companies track their goods by giving them...
So yeah, I think tracking, like, let's take a look at smaller, like, companies. They have a ton of expenses, they have a ton of problems, and that's really what these companies are trying to solve in a way. They're trying to optimize all those big problems right now AI has. But that being said, we'll see what happens with that. There's like a ton of possibilities.
A digital fingerprint. Now, the entire ecosystem runs on the TRAC system. So as the utility and more companies adapt TRAC, the value of the TRAC token should increase. Now, a similar company that I mentioned before that deals with AI and supply chain is VeChain. However, there are a couple of key differences. The main one being is that a VeChain is essentially its own blockchain, while TRAC is built upon Ethereum. The main problem I've seen with TRAC since their inception is their marketing, but that's why they're still under the radar. Now, right now, the global supply chain market is...
So Origin Trail is one I heard some time ago, and that was pretty exciting. I think they've been developing for a long time, like different type of things, different type of projects. And this is really what people were kept in the loop in a way, like why people stayed in this area. And I do think this is the start of something big. Like, if crypto goes up, these projects are the first to rise. And that's why I'm seriously excited, like seriously excited about this one. So I'll keep you guys updated with that one a bit more, really. And that being said, does seem like crypto is gonna go and develop more. So we are going to be seeing more of these crypto exchanges rising up, going up, and actually performing better as they did in 2022, especially with the power of AI, with the power of all these exchanges. This is what I'm talking about. Exchanges saw massive growth. Video gaming tokens, these are the best industries to grow right now, because video games, they were really trash in 2021. 2022, they can perform really well, and that's what keeps people awake.